Okay, I have several YA books to show. I went YA crazy for some reason today. Um, so some of these I got from the mail. Most all of them I got from Barnes& and Noble today. Of course, I did get Richard's book, Richard Denny, and he is over at Devour Book Reviews. I have already read this. This is A Girl's Guide to Falling in Love with a Zombie. And Karen at ocdofbooks has done a very good review of this. So if you would like a review, go and see that video. It's just a really fun book to read. It's more like a novella or a short story. And, you know, she has shown the book and done a good job of reviewing it. So you can go check her out. Next one. Last Rituals, and I'm going to really butcher all these names, but I'm going to certainly give it a shot. That's be Ursa. Okay, I'll try it. Sigurdardotter. I believe that's how it's said, or something close to that. And this is, I don't know if it's necessarily YA, but it has to do with, it's an Icelandic novel of secret symbols and medieval witchcraft and modern murder. So I'll just read you the front in here. Let's see. After the body of a young German student with his eyes cut out and strange symbols carved into his chest is discovered at a university, and I'm going to say Reykjavik. In Reykjavik, the police waste no time in making an arrest. The victim's family isn't convinced that they have the right man. However, they ask Thora Gudmundsdottir, attorney and single mother of two, to investigate. The fee is considerable, more than enough to make things a bit easier for the struggling lawyer and her children. It's not long before Thora and Matthew Reich, her new associate, discover something unusual about the deceased student. He had been obsessed with the country's grisly history of torture, execution, and witch hunts, a topic made all the more peculiar by the fact that, unlike witch hunts in other countries, those in Iceland had targeted men, not women. As Thora and Matthew dig deeper, they make the connection between long bygone customs and the student's murder, but the shadow of the dark traditions concealed secrets in both the past and the present, and the investigators soon realize that nothing is as it seems, and no one can be trusted. So yeah, that one looks good. Last Rituals by Yrsa Sigurdardotter. Best I can do. This one here, 13 Treasures, and this is actually a hardcover. I saw this over at Deborah's Book Cafe. She's got actually 3 books. This is the first one in the series. This one is the first one out in the U.S. In England, all 3 books are out. I don't know why it's taking so long to come here, but it is. This was actually in the children's section. So I don't care. A good story is a good story. And it's a rather small book as far as height-wise. And there is the font. And it is, let's see, I think it's going to be a real quick read. It's 350 pages, but like I say, it's a very small book, and there are some illustrations in it. And let's see if there's any, looks like there's some, yeah, not too many illustrations, but each chapter is decorated like that. That's really cool. And the cover is really, really, really neat. There's all glittery stuff in there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's pretty neat. Though her mother cannot see the evil fairies that rouse Tanya from her sleep, torturing her at the slightest mention of their existence, they are as real to the 13-year-old as anything she's ever known. If she could wish them away, she would, but instead, it is she who is sent away, to live at her grandmother's secluded countryside manor. There is much to explore and even more to fear in the woods surrounding the estate, But the forest isn't the only source of dark secrets, and Tanya soon finds herself entangled in a mystery that could trap her in the fairy realm forever. And this is by Michelle Harrison. She's quite a young author there, as you can see. And so yeah, I thought that sounded really good. And Deborah over at Deborah's Book Cafe said it was really, really a good book. Okay, so this is a mystery. This is not YA, I believe. I was trying to think. No, I got this in the mystery section. But anyway, it's a pretty neat name. The Sweetness at the Bottom of the Pie by Alan Bradley. And this is a Flora de Luce mystery, as you can see right there. What's really caught my attention about this book was that Flora is only 11 years old, and this just sounded so kind of amusing and fun. It said, if ever there was a sleuth who's bold, brilliant, and yes, adorable, it's Flavia de Luce, the precocious 11-year-old at the center of the scrumptious first novel. It is the summer of 1950, and at the once grand mansion of Buckshaw, young Flavia de Luce, an aspiring chemist, remember she's 11 years old, with a passion for poison, is intrigued by a series of inexplicable events. A dead bird is found on the doorstep, a postage stamp bizarrely pinned to its beak. Then, hours later, Flavia finds a man lying in the cucumber patch and watches him as he takes his dying breath. And I'm just reading some of the little outtakes from different magazines and things. A sophisticated series-launching crime novel. It's a rare pleasure to follow Flavia as she investigates her limited but boundless feeling world. For Flavia, who is both appalled and delighted, life begins in earnest when murder comes to Buckshaw. I wish I could say I was afraid, but I wasn't. Quite the contrary. This was by far the most interesting thing that had ever happened to me in my entire life, which of course is only 11 years. So, this is book 1. And I went ahead and got book 2. I believe there's like 3 of them out in England. So this one here is a paperback. The hardcover, I looked for the hardcover online. It was really kind of expensive because what happens, of course, is a hardcover comes out and they're not sure a lot of people are going to like it. Well, a lot of people liked it. So, of course, if you try to get one on the used book market now, they're expensive. So I went ahead and got the paperback. I did find hardcover in the second book, The Weed That Strings the Hangman's Bag, a Flavia de Luce mystery by Alan Bradley. So, and this is also a small book height-wise. So it won't take long to read at all. And I'll read that to you. From Dagger award-winning and internationally best-selling author Alan Bradley comes this utterly beguiling mystery starring one of fiction's most remarkable sleuths, Flavia de Luce, a dangerously brilliant 11-year-old with a passion for chemistry and a genius for solving murders. This time, Flavia finds herself untangling 2 deaths, separated by time but linked by the unlikeliest of threads. Flavia thinks that her days of crime-solving in bucolic English hamlet of Bishop's Lacey are over, and then Rupert Porson has an unfortunate rendezvous with electricity. The beloved puppeteer has had his own strings sizzled, but who'd do such a thing and why? For Flavia, the questions are intriguing enough to make her put aside her chemistry experiments and schemes of vengeance against her insufferable big sisters. I wanted that when I read the first couple pages of this on Amazon, you can do the previews, and it has her in a closet, and you're thinking, and they've got her tied up, and they've put her in this closet, and I'm like, who's doing this to her? It was kind of weird. It was her 2 sisters, and it was sort of like they play these jokes on her and actually locked her in the closet and tied her up. So I think this is a hilarious series, and I'm sure everybody, I think, would enjoy it. Okay, so coming up next. Alright, I had to do it because everybody was talking about it. Anna and the French Kiss. And I got this because, from what I understand, it isn't a real, like, super mushy romance type novel. But everybody was just absolutely raving about it. So I wanted to read it to see what, you know, all this raving is about. So I'm sure you've heard much about this. I'm not going to go into it much more than that. Another big one that everybody's heard of, and I guess there's a movie out. And oops, sorry Deb, I didn't take the sticker off yet, but I will take it off. I Am Number 4. Did you know that this had like the weird thing at the sides? It's printed on the pages. I saw that and I'm going, I don't know. I've never quite seen that before. So, certainly different. I Am Number 4. I don't know if too many people have read this or not. I don't know. 9 of us came here. We look like you. We talk like you. We live among you, but we are not you. We can do things you dream of doing. We have powers you dream of having. We are stronger and faster than anything you have ever seen. We are the superheroes you worship in movies and comic books, but we are real. Our plan was to grow and train and become strong and become one and fight them. But they found us and started hunting us first. Of course, I'm not sure who them are. Now all of us are running, spending our lives in shadows in places where no one would look, blending in. We have lived among you without you knowing, but they know. They caught number 1 in Malaysia, number 2 in England, number 3 in Kenya. They killed them all. I am number 4. So yeah, sounds really, really, really good. So I'm Number 4 by Pittacus Lore. And yes, no, I did not take off the sticker. I'm going to do that right now. This was actually 20% off at Barnes & Noble, so of course I picked it up for that. Plus I get that 10% discount because I'm a member kind of a thing, and everybody's seen this with you know, a really cool picture on the front. And I think a lot of people have already read the synopsis of the book, and a lot of people really liked it, so I thought I'd pick it up and try it. So there. And this last one is a book that Lorenzo over at Book Geek Music Freak hated. So sorry, Lorenzo, if you're watching. I doubt Lorenzo watches my videos, but he hated this book so much that he actually like threw it. But you know, he actually read the back of it, and it sounds interesting. And it has mixed reviews. Most people who have read this, like on Amazon and stuff, liked it. But so I wanted to go ahead and give it a shot. And Lorenzo, if I hate it, I promise you I will throw it, just like you did. Anyway, the truth. Nicolas Flamel was born in Paris on September 28, 1330. Nearly 700 years later, he is acknowledged as the greatest alchemist of his day. It is said that he discovered the secret of eternal life. The records show that he died in 1418, but his tomb is empty. The legend, Nicolas Flamel lives, but only because he has been making the elixir of life for centuries. The secret of eternal life is hidden within the book he protects, the book of Abraham the Mage, or Mage. A mage, like a magi, would be a wise person. It is the most powerful book that has ever existed in the wrong hands. It will destroy the world. That's exactly what Dr. John Dee plans to do when he steals it. Humankind won't know what's happening until it's too late, and if the prophecy is right, Sophie and Josh Newman are the only ones with the power to save the world as we know it. Sometimes legends are true, and Sophie and Josh Newman are about to find themselves in the middle of the greatest legend of all time. So, and there are a series of these books out, and hopefully I can get through. I think he got through about half of it and gave up. So we'll see what happens. So that's it. I hope everybody enjoyed my book haul, which was a lot of YA, some mystery, and some of my collector type books. So Have a good day. See ya.